Hey everyone, Arindam here. Hope everyone's doing fine. Now, there is a shift in the space of investment that is happening in India since the once famous mode of investment, which is FDs, is no longer giving the returns once it used to. So, investment avenues such as mutual fund, direct equities, and even crypto have started gathering steam. And in this video, I'll be talking about a very convenient and easy way to invest directly in the stock market, which is Smallcase. Now, if you want to invest directly in the stock market, you can do that either directly by opening a demat account with a broker and buying shares from there, or by investing in a mutual fund, which in turn invests in the stock market. Smallcase is something that you can say kind of lies between both. So, Smallcase is an online platform which lets you invest in ready-made portfolios that has been created by financial experts and professionals. So, let me explain how it works. So let's say you decide you want to invest in equity shares. So in the traditional way, you would be opening a demat account with a broker, and once you purchase shares with them, those shares would get credited to your demat account. Now in case of Smallcase, everything would be the same, but the only difference being you would be going via Smallcase and then you would be buying those equity shares. So Smallcase has tie-ups with various brokers, and once you buy any shares using Smallcase, all those shares will get credited to the demat account which you already have with that particular broker of yours. So what extra does Smallcase provide that warrants you to buy equity shares through them? To give a one-word answer, it would be ready-made investment strategies. Now, if you're buying your shares directly through your broker, it becomes very difficult as to which stock to buy or which strategy to follow. Now, given the full discount brokers, they provide you a service as to wherein they guide you regarding which stock to buy. But what Smallcase is doing here is much better than what they are providing, and the lack of proper knowledge and the time required to gain that knowledge when it comes to choosing the right stock or when to sell or when to buy them, this particular factor becomes one of the greatest frictions for retail investors like you and me when we want to invest directly in the stock market. And that's where Smallcase helps us. In fact, this is one of the reasons as to why majority of the people prefer to invest in mutual funds, because there is a ready-made portfolio manager there whose full-time job is to manage that fund and to decide which stock to buy, which to sell, and at which point to do that. But then again, they charge you a commission for that, which is commonly known as expense ratio in case of mutual funds. So again, that affects your returns. But Smallcase has eliminated that problem by creating a combination of stocks which they are referring to as a small case. And each such small case represents a particular investment strategy or a particular investment theme. And the strategy behind each of these small cases is designed by financial experts, research analysts, and firms. So a research analyst comes, creates a combination of stocks which follows a particular strategy or theme, and says you have to invest in all these stocks in particular weights if you want to follow that particular strategy or theme. So all those stocks are combined to form a portfolio, given a name, and hosted on smallcase.com. If you like a portfolio with a particular strategy or theme, you can invest in all the shares in the given proportion with one single click, and after you do that, all those shares will get deposited in your demat account since that is linked with smallcase.com. So that is in a very simplistic manner how the entire thing works. Now let me show you how you can purchase a Smallcase by going through their website. So you can Google Smallcase, and the first link which comes up is smallcase.com. So after you click there, you have to log in using your demat account which you already have. So as you can see here, it has tie-ups with all these brokers. So you can choose your relevant broker and then you can use it to log in. Though they do not have it with all the brokers, but they have quite a few and the popular ones. Mine was with Zerodha, so I logged in using Zerodha. Actually, this was my sister's profile, not mine. So anyways, after you log in, you can go to all small cases as you can see on the top, and once you go there, you will be able to see all the small cases which are there. So, and each of the small cases, as you can see, represents a particular strategy or a theme. So if I talk about dividend aristocrats here, you can see companies that have been consistently increasing dividends. So if you invest in this particular small case, you are investing in companies which are very consistent in giving dividends. So that is the theme of this particular small case. Again, as you can see, there are various other small cases. So below you can see there is electric mobility. So if you want to invest in companies which are driving India's transition to electric vehicles, and you think electric vehicles or renewable energy is the future, you can go ahead and invest in this particular small case. And each of these small cases, again, they have a particular minimum amount which you are required to invest, because a particular number of shares are required to be bought in a fixed proportion in order for you to follow that strategy. So that is why you see a minimum amount is written beside every small case. Now if you go over to the last tab, that is managers, you can see these 5 are the research analysts and firms which I was talking about, who creates and manages these small cases. So out of these, you can see Windmill Capital is the most popular, and they manage the maximum number of small cases, that is 41. And then there are other analysts and firms as well. So if I open up the first small case, which is the all-weather investing, this is the small case which they recommend that you start with, because this is something that they say builds your portfolio. This serves as the core of your portfolio. So if you're aware about the core satellite method of investing, which I made a video on, which you can click and check out in the link that's appearing on the screen. So this particular portfolio would serve as the core in that core satellite method of investing. As you can see, this is ideal for all types of market conditions, and it gives you a stable return irrespective of the market conditions. So these are the components which is included in this particular small case, and the particular weights, as you can see, which are assigned to these components. So this small case majorly invests in gold, equity and debt in the proportion as you can see. And the last tab, as you can see, gives the various relevant news pertaining to this particular small case. So you can visit each of the small cases and you will find a ton of information regarding that particular small case, as to what that particular strategy is all about, and how that small case was created, and each and every details regarding this particular small case. Now if I want to invest in this particular small case, I'll have to click on the invest now button here, and as you can see, I can either do a monthly SIP or I can invest a lump sum amount at one single point. I'll be doing an SIP of rupees 3,500, and after I input my amount, I'll be clicking on confirm, and as you can see, it adjusts the amount of the SIP based on the weights and the number of shares that it purchases, because it can only purchase whole amount of shares. So that's why accordingly it adjusts the amount of the SIP. And after it does that, as you can see, it's saying that due to changing stock prices, the actual amount may be different, because the time when you're placing the order and the time when they're actually buying, that may vary. So it will purchase the shares based on the actual amount. You can click on the start SIP, and after this particular information you can just click on confirm, and as you can see, they are placing your order, then you're waiting for your order, and done, your orders have been filled. So that's the way this works. Now what happened here is, my particular or my sister's account with Zerodha, that was linked here, since that was linked with Smallcase, once I've purchased these 4 ETFs from Smallcase, this should reflect in the Zerodha account that my sister has. So you can click on the order details button and check out the order details. Now if I go to zerodha.com, my broker, these ETFs should reflect there. So let me log into the Zerodha account. So I've logged into the Zerodha account, and if I go to the order section, as you can see, all the 4 transactions that I've executed from smallcase.com, they are reflecting here. As you can see, the quantities are exactly the same as they are showing in Smallcase. Now one more thing which I need to mention here is, obviously you need to have funds in your trading account with your broker, and then only you will be able to purchase the shares from smallcase.com. So make sure you have that. So this is how you can invest in a particular strategy using smallcase.com. Now another excellent feature with Smallcase is rebalancing. So once you purchase a small case, all the stocks in your portfolio may not continue to fulfill the objective of the strategy which that particular small case follows. So in that case, rebalancing would be required. Hence few additional stocks may be required to be added, or few stocks may be required to be sold, or it might be required that you need to change the proportion of the stocks in your portfolio. Smallcase in that case would send you intimation on a quarterly basis as to whether rebalancing is required with your portfolio or not, and if so, you can again do that with a single click. It's all very easy and convenient. Now when it comes to charges, there are few small cases which are subscription based, so you need to pay a subscription fee. So their subscription fee is rupees 2,000 for 3 months or 6,000 for 12 months, which I feel is quite reasonable. And there are various small cases which are free as well. So for starters, you can definitely go ahead and start with those. When it comes to transaction charges, Smallcase charges you a flat charge of rupees 100 plus GST when you are purchasing a Smallcase. And if you are investing in a particular Smallcase, which requires you to invest an amount less than 4,000 rupees, you will be charged 2.5% of the invested amount plus GST instead of the normal rupees 100 plus GST. And apart from these, the normal statutory charges are charged from your broker as usual. So that was Smallcase for you, a very easy and convenient way to invest directly in the equity market. That was it for this video. Until the next one, take care, see you, and bye bye.